friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead, and today I'm going to start the process for canning my potatoes. Now, Papa got a little overzealous and cleaned out the garden fairly early, but we still have 3 5-gallon pails, and yes, that's a couple of little tiny sweet potatoes that never did anything. But we're going to sort through these and clean them, and I'm going to can up the smaller ones, and I'm going to keep the bigger ones for the next few weeks over, you know, for baked potatoes and such. So let's get started. I'm not looking forward to carrying one of these pails into the house. Okay, so here I have my big stainless steel bowl, and I've dumped my first 5-gallon pail into a box because I want to kind of size my potatoes. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking a scrub brush, and I do this sitting down at the table because I can't spend that much time on my feet. So I just give them a scrub. Then I drop them in this pot. There's a wire rack in the bottom because I don't want the potatoes sitting on the bottom because this is not a heavy bottom saucepan. But this is the rinse cycle. Wash cycle, rinse cycle. Once I have this filled with enough potatoes, I will pour off this water and I will fill it up again because I blanch my potatoes. Now, I've watched several videos. Oh, Papa must have hit that one with the pitchfork. I've watched several videos, and some people blanch and some people don't. Well, I'm going to tell you folks, I'm a blancher for one simple reason. The only time I ever raw packed potatoes years ago, I ended up with sludge, white starchy sludge in the jar. So you know what? I err on the side of caution and I blanch, and I've never had a problem, and we want to make sure I get all the dirt out of that cut. Here's another thing. If you can see, this potato has a green blush to it. I've heard that's poisonous. I have no idea, but I've heard it'll give you a bellyache, so these go to the pigs. Doesn't seem to bother them. So, when I have my first batch scrubbed, rinsed, and in a fresh pot of water, we'll be back. Sorry about the sound of the fan, folks. But now, here is my first batch of potatoes, and they're all scrubbed, and I'm going to drain this water off, because remember, it's rinse water, and then we're going to set them to blanch. Okay, so here are our strained potatoes, and here is our blanching water, and I'm going to pour this boiling water. Now remember, because this isn't a heavy bottom saucepan, I have a wire rack in the bottom just to keep the potatoes from sitting on top. Now we're just going to pour this boiling water over top, and then I'm going to heat some more up for our potatoes to be canned in. And we're going to bring this to a simmer, and we're going to simmer them for 10 minutes. Okay, our potatoes have simmered for 10 minutes. I'm going to drain them, and we're going to can them with fresh boiling water. So let's get on. Our jars have been washed, rinsed, and baked in the oven at 215 degrees for 15 minutes. Now I'm just going to put a half a teaspoon of salt in each jar. Here are our hot blanched potatoes, and they're all roughly the same size. If they were smaller, like if they were like 1-inch cubes, I would only have blanched them for 2 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes. But I like my canned potatoes so that I can slice them up. Bless you, darling. Slice them up and all that wonderful stuff. And I'm just going to cover this to 1 inch from the top. I don't really pack the potatoes in there hard, folks. And I'm just going to debubble. Always, always wipe your rim with a clean, damp paper towel or cloth. Lid, ring, and into the pressure canner that goes. Okay, so here is 7 1-liter jars in my pressure canner. Okay, so we have our lid on, and as soon as this starts venting a steady stream of steam, I am going to time it for 10 minutes and then we'll put our weight on. Okay, we are projecting a steady stream of steam, and I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. Okay, our timer has gone off. We're going to put our 10-pound weight on here. As soon as that starts to jiggle, we're going to start timing this, and we're going to process this at 10 pounds pressure for 45 minutes. Okay, we just had our first jiggle, and I'm going to set my timer for 45 minutes. Okay, our timer has gone off, and I'm just going to turn the burner off. And I'm going to let this cool naturally. Now folks, it's imperative you do not rapid cool your pressure canner. You don't dunk it in cold water. You don't wiggle the weight. You don't lift the weight off. You just let it cool down until it is safe to touch, so that you can put your hand on it without burning yourself. All right? I'm going to let this cool till tomorrow morning. I'm bushed. Good night, God bless. And there they are, folks. 7 1-liter jars of summer goodness for winter.
Yeah, don't look at my hair. This is the Miss Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, I only have 45 more pounds to go. Take care. God bless.